Hey. Let's talk about red deck wins. All right, let's look at this archetypical red deck wins list that was getting quite a bit more popular as, excuse me, as people were really discovering the power of Anax. This is the red deck that you may have seen me running a little bit ago. Notable differences that we have in here. Notable things. We have a lot of the cheap one-drops, Fervent Champion, Scorch Spitter. We have some shocks to deal with the aggro mirror, and this also has some opportunities to deal damage to planeswalkers. By the way, this is not the list we're going to be playing. This is the list that many were playing on the ladder before the World Championship. So we have not 12 one-drops, but just 8, and some shocks to deal with that. We use the Rimrock Knight for a little bit of extra damage, Bonecrusher for a little bit of extra damage, and let me actually move the light up the stage down here. Anax is really the big, juicy card here. Sweeper gets cast. We have a whole bunch of 1/1s that are back. And the best part, Torbran turns all those 1/1s into 3 damagers. And of course, Embercleave to finish. There's 21 lands in this traditional list. There's also a different type of red deck exploration that we've been seeing players experiment with. This is the 12 one-drop style list. Fervent Champions, Scorch Spitters, Tin Street Dodgers, some copies of Infuriate, still shocks deal with the mirror and light up stage to draw, but you'll noticeably see that there's no Rimrock Knights, there's no Bonecrusher Giants. Some people have been experimenting with Phoenix of Ash. There's no Torbran, and once again, 21 land. Seth Manfield's list is really interesting. First of all, I'm not going to talk about the cards. I'm going to talk about 22 lands. 22 lands. Seth said that when practicing with his team, they really found that the extra land and hitting lands on curve is far more important than what you'd traditionally expect in very aggressive red decks. And in fact, there's often red decks of old that will even have 18, 19, 20 lands, like fewer lands because they're much lower on the curve, and you're always mulliganing and getting lands away so that we can have more spells. We saw Seth try to always keep enough land in hand to cast the spells. Often putting scrying a card to the bottom post mulligan that was a spell in order to just hit curves consistently. But in terms of the construction, what's different? First of all, no shocks at all. No shocks. None. In fact, no burn. There's almost no spells in this deck. The only 2 that are non-creatures are Light Up the Stage, Embercleave. Still the Rimrock Knight. Technically, Boulder Rush is a spell, but, it's obviously the adventure of a creature. Technically, Stomp is a spell, but it's the adventure of a creature. Robber of the Rich is the choice of card in place of the shocks. There's enough slow control decks out there that Robber of the Rich can start nabbing things. It's also guaranteed 2 damage because it has haste. It interestingly has some merit against Jeskai Fires in long games because it has reach, which I've completely forgotten about. Super interesting list. Still has Anax and things like this. In the sideboard, we have a variety of simple anti-aggro. If we're up against red, we'd run the Redcap Melees and put in the Lava Coils, often just sacrificing... oh, crap. What are the cards that get cut in the mirrors? I think it was some mix of like the Scorch Spitter and the Runaway Steam-Kin. I really got to figure out how this one gets switched. You sort of turn into a little bit more of a Control-Olio deck. Yeah, I actually cannot remember which cards get cut. It's just a... I'm going to be really shitty on the sideboarding, but that's fine. And I found this list incredibly clever, and it was my pick to win the tournament. It didn't wind up winning, but it still did very, very well. I was really, really interested in this deck due to the fact that it did have no burn, and I just immediately saw how it solved all the problems I was having with my mono redding. This is a good-looking hand. I believe Seth was cutting Rimrocks. There it is, Devegan Police. That makes sense. Cutting the Rimrock Knights. This is a useful combat trick tool. It's in the 2-drop slots when you're putting in Lava Coils. It's a very sensible cut. The thing that's interesting about this is that in your traditional mono-red list, you want to hit everything on curve, but you don't really need that as much with this list. So we already see the Temple of Epiphany, which would be a very strong indicator to us that this is a Jeskai Fires list. So we're pretty obviously going to go Castle Embereth, Anax. These are the teamer colors. Let's go ahead and play Anax. Often there is a Brazen Borrower in the main, or Growth Spiral in the main. There's often not Scorching Dragonfires in the main, but this is okay. I'm just going to swing in and see what happens. We're coming up on turn 4, which could be a Storm's Wrath. So I think I'm intending to double Bonecrusher here. Novak DK gifted 5. Is that your first 5? I don't recognize the name Novak DK as them gift or difters. Welcome, Novak DK. We are doing our impersonation of a mythic champion. That's a very surprising card to see. Perhaps Mr. Kill 86. Whiffed. And this is the death. Did you get that slick shirt you're wearing? Uniqlo. Crimpy Pepper says, I really liked how voluminous your was in Hawaii. I am going to assume that what you meant to say was I really liked how voluminous your waistline was in Hawaii. I know how to fill in the blanks when I see them. Against Teamer Reclamation, what to do? Oh, I'm called. I was trying to type. Don't worry, Crimpy Pepper. I know you meant waist. Oh, you meant hair. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, dude, those makeup artists, like, they made it look like I was sitting there musing to myself, and then suddenly I had the idea, and then like the hair was just emitting from my head. I've never had someone do my hair that way, man. I was into it. What on earth do we cut in this damn matchup? Is it this? I don't think I want Chandra in there. Maybe we do want Chandra in there. Is it like this and this and this and this? Something like that, maybe? Maybe we don't want the Bonecrushers? I don't know. Okay. So, like, for instance, if it was, like, Embereth, Mountain, Fervent Champion, Scorch Spitter, Anax, we would see that Seth Manfield would actually, like, keep the 3 lands to just guarantee casting Anax on turn 3. me slightly clarify. I think Chandra was the play because it plays around Storm's Wrath. It doesn't play around Storm's Wrath. Storm's Wrath deals 4 damage to Planeswalkers. So she absolutely eats Storm's Wrath. Scorching ass. Junebug Wilson, 500 bits, has went dormant for a long-ass time while I was finishing up college. Spent the last year as a manufacturing engineer, and I'm now getting back into MTG. Just want to say thanks for being such a swell dude. Cheers from one cat dad to another. Cheers! Hey, has everyone seen the new sheriff picture on Instagram.com/sheriff and Desperado? That new sheriff pic is absolute fire. Oh, look, I have my own little Uro. Look at this. That sheriff pic is so cute. Ghost Stalker just pointed it in there. Look at Sheriff just looking through. Hasn't been posts for a long time. Looks good to me. Naran says, hey, happy 1 year, Naran! Oh my god, it's been a year. Hey, just finished my first day at a new job and come home to see this gorgeous face rocking some Manfield magic on the day I hit my 1 year subbed. A good day. Dude, you are preaching to the choir. Hey, Becca, how are you doing, man? I'm doing good. Thanatos car. I'm absolutely not going to try to go for the extended value. I'm just going to do this. Rimrock Knight has a lot of value played on turn 2 if you have a Fervent Champion out, because this is a Knight, so it can deal the extra pip of damage. A Mire Triton, huh? Alright, we're obviously going to hold back the Rimrock Knight. I don't know who did this music, but this music is fantastico. I'm gonna wait a wee turn here. Bring it on. You want to double block me? Rimrock can't block. Why hold back? Because I don't just want to straight up trade like a shitter, Grimvec. If we get an Embercleave, we can swing in and then it's no trade at all. You love to see it. I think our opponent is very screwed right here. By the way, if these two double block, it's false that I deal 3 damage distributed like this. What happens is I have to choose to assign 1 damage to this or assign 1 damage to this, and then 3 damage is dealt instead. That is the order of operations. Let's get our opponent down to 10. Kill Lazav. Not an issue. And that is why we hold back the Rimrock Knight. And there's that audio bug. Huh. I think what I do is I actually take out this Combat Trickery Boy and put in the Lava Coils, because there's a lot of 2x things in here. Woo! I wish the entire audio cue would just get cleaned. This is a keep. I have 2 1-drops. I have a light up the stage. I think the Rimrock Knights are really good for punching in for extra damage. Mire Triton. I think my opponent is going to just lose really bad against me. Because we can go wide, and our opponent seems to have a lot of creatures in there. So if my opponent is 2 going wide, then we will eventually just overrun with an Embercleave. Well, that's not going to be very helpful, is it? Trying to hit a land with light up the stage. That was a little closer for comfort than I would have liked, but, you know, it's fine. I wonder if this is a Polokronos deck. It could very well be. Pretty clear turns. I don't really know what's going on here, but we have a lot of options following turn, and we hit every single one of them. Play this one first in case there's any removal. My opponent would have to cast it right now to avoid this. Then we get to cast this. Bing bong. We swing in for 1 billion. Pop this. Let's see here. There would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Woo! Hey, Grublow, happy 3 years! Woo! Happy to have you, Grublow. We are winning in this game. See, look at how different this is from a usual mono red deck. If you play Ritual of Soot, we have like 10 dudes. Yeah, I did my math. Do you see how good that is? Do you see how good Anax is? Do you see how good Anax is? Trivial. That's why I was stopping and I was going 4 and then 4 and then 4 and then 4 and then trying to count out. I mean, it basically makes black way worse. There's a lot of, like, Cry the Carnarium shit that's, like, pretty dope. It's kind of funny. Black and green are just not doing so good right now. Black and green. Opponent goes first. I think I have to send this one back because it doesn't do anything. We can poke for 1s of damage. The one who knocks says Anax is so good that even with the 2 of them, he bends the legend rule and summons 4 1/1s instead. Yeah, it's technically not a bending, because for the legend rule to apply, they both have to exist at the same time. Grublos' this mono red deck has been my favorite iteration in recent years. Dude, preach. Preach! Easy keepy. I don't know, it says losing Veil of Summer was a killing blow to green in the standard. Veil of Summer is way too fucking strong, though. To the bottom. Ah, good on ya. We will unlikely play the Runaway Steam-Kin first. We will probably be doing some sweet bone crushing. Alright, now I probably do actually have to play this, which I don't really want to play, but... Hi. Hello. Yeah, meow. Hello, meow. Dispy. Wah. Hello. That's not some good bone crushing, let me tell you that much. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Yeah! Oh, it's my little kitten. Hello, don't chew on that. It's a good cat. Here, let's get this out of the way. So that way we can get you out of the way. Oh! Oh! No attacko. Hello. Yeah, I'm like so happy to see you, little stretchy gray cat. Oh, we're gonna... Oh, yeah, rub against the coffee cup. Yeah. Hi. Yep. Yep, smell Dad's mouth. It smells like coffee. Yeah, you just want to put your head against the warm coffee cup. I understand. That's exactly what your dad wants to do, too. Oh, my God. I love having little cats. I love having little cats. Yeah, I love playing with you. And I love when I get in bed and you tuck me in. She does. She, like, makes the bread. She makes the bread. Dispy. Yeah, we're so happy. Light that stage up. Light that stage up. Hi. So, I mean, playing the Torbran is the obvious choice. This is probably going to get the first strike damage in. I think what I need to do is I just need to pass it through. Because I think that what I want to do is I want to block this here. My opponent will try to Rimrock Knight this, and then I can eat this. And then my opponent will get through for a bunch, but not everything. I think we'll go to 2 here. Shades of Grace is day 9. I just saw via ultrasound my 6-week-old baby for the first time. Oh, that's really sweet, man. Oh, congratulations. Alright, so we go to this phase. We block like this, and we block like this. This 6 damage gets in. So if my opponent buffs this, we kill this, eat this, kill that. If my opponent buffs this, we shoot this. This lives, and these 2 get through for 6. If this is an Embercleave, we're completely fucked anyway, so that's completely fine. Super nice. The Rimrock does resolve, though, which is a bit of a pain in the butt. You know what kills us? Almost every card. Hey, Morniel! Hey guys, Morniel, our resident Morniel, is working on an open world weather chasing game called Outbreak. Five, six, seven. This is 4 mana, and we can't spend it. Okay. Block with whatever you so please. And Morniel's Kickstarter is coming up at the end of the month. Ah, it's so cool. Feel free to drop links. Feel free to drop them. Open world weather chaser, not weather chess. So you look up at the clouds and you see various weather formations going on, and it's actually like simulated weather and stuff, and then you chase those storms. That is like a fascinating idea for a game. I have no idea how the gameplay works, and you know what? I will plug it regardless. I have not seen the gameplay, man. I'm all in on plugging Morniel. I've known Morniel a long time, man. I can give absolutely no verification for what the gameplay's like, and I am happy to support and plug. Wait, I did have enough. I had 5, 6, 7. Oh, I have Mished a mana. If this is an Infuriate, this will become a trade. It's not an Infuriate, we've just eaten a thing. And if this is a... Okay. Mountain Steam-Kin, fine, fine, fine. There are Tornado Chaser of sorts in the game? Yeah, man. You love to see it. So if I swing out, my opponent will be at 9. My opponent then has to block 3 of these things. Math looks good. Hi. Oh, we're such a happy cat. It's fun to watch Dad killing, huh? Problem is this Rimrock Knight. It's the only one that will live because the only one that can't block. But I think we're still okay. I think we still got through it if I count it correctly. Because 1, 2, 3 things can block. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. The smallest things that could get through is this 1/1 and this 1/1. This is 6 damage. And Castle Embereth once. So remember that 1 damage that I forgot to buff last turn? That's what cost us. That's what cost us. For sure. And I literally counted for it too. Didn't get it. Shock? Just shoot me in the face, huh? Yeah, it really just came down to that last turn where I didn't Castle Embereth to deal 1 extra damage. Oh, I love having my little cat here. This is so great. I mean, my read on the situation is that our opponent has a shock and is just maybe opening the stream up. What's going on the internet? Let's take a peek. Has anyone texted me? No? No one has? Isn't that sad? Alright, so the Runaway Steam-Kins come out. And I think that we... no. I think it was like... these were the ones that came out. These came out. These definitely came in. These definitely came in. I think it was like this. It looked really weird. Manfield kept adjusting. No, I actually think this came out. No, because I'm not on the play. If I was aggro, I would go to 21 land. How did this look? Azrael, 8 says, in your opinion, which decks benefit most from Theros Beyond Death? For me, that question is never relevant because I just own all the cards, so I never have to consider which set impacts what thing the most because I just have all the cards. That's not a helpful answer. I almost want to keep this, but I don't think it's good enough. But I feel like you have to say Azorius Control if you're even going to try to answer it. Looks good to me. This is a pretty high value card in this matchup. So. Oh! My mountains! My mountains! Can't do nothing about this except weep into my arms. What about Simic Ramp and Uro? I mean, it helps some. Simic Ramp already had a lot of ramp cards. I feel like it was an improved ramp card, but I mean... Thirst for Meeting, Birth of Meletus, Elspeth Conquers Death, Dream Trawler, and Arcana Sun's Grace. I mean, it's like half the deck has been improved. I have an axe. Rah! Look at this axe that's been hardened in the forge. Oh yeah, and Shadow the Sky. Jesus. Yeah, no, like all of Azorius Control is from Theros Beyond Death. Isn't that right, Desper? Can I give you scritches? I always put the hand in front of her eyes first, so she sees that scritches are coming, so she's not startled. Yeah. Holy fuck, Lava Coil? Shit, just kill it, man. I don't give a damn. Thank God. Oh, what a relief. I'm gonna get coiled. We're gonna get some 1/1s. Boom! Got him. Yeah, Omen of the Sea. Yeah, like, it's like just Absorb, Teferi, and Narset are like the only cards that I think were not from Theros Beyond Death. Like, White got the business. Holy crap. White, like, got some cards, man. Is Redcap Melee main deck or sideboard? It's in the side, Ball Rocks. You should be able to see the deck list up in the top left corner. You can just hover over and click it. Yeah, white. I love a lot of the white cards in Elspeth Conqueror's Death. Like, girl. You had to know it was coming, obviously. I mean, you had to know. Simple play. We'll go ahead and save this. Yeah, Elspeth Conqueror's Death is a beating, man. That thing is so good. Sean's hair looking great after that weekend of wind treatment. How even do I want to do it, huh? If I play this, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and its cost will be 3, so that's okay. Yeah, I just had to count for a little bit. So, this owns. This will still eat it for 3 damage. And if one of these tries to trade with this, I can Embercleave on this, and it's a 3/3 with double strike trample. Thunderlock says, I wish War of the Spark Walkers didn't have passive abilities. The passive abilities, I feel like half of them are good, and half of them are not good. The Narset Teferi ones that are you don't get to do something, I don't like. The more I get to do something more passives, I do like. So for instance, I love Nissa's tap for double mana. I love Domri's everything gets +1/+0. I love Liliana's when your creatures die, you get to draw. Alright, that play was pretty sick. Yeah, Johnny's you get Vigilance, Healy, summoning a whole bunch of 1/1s feels really nice. I'm on my way to the World Championship with this deck. We're sending it back. Right there, he says, did you ever consider trying to play MTG competitively? I did not. This hand sucks. I'm keeping it. I want to feel the pain. I want to figure it out. See what pain tastes like, you know? Yeah, I just... like... As much as I love playing Magic, I do not think I would really love playing it competitively. I like talking about it. I like trying ideas out. I like seeing shit happen. I like spending a day here and there trying hard at it, but I do not necessarily think that it would be compelling to me as a vocation. Oh, Esper control. Roar. Nice! It's trawler time. Some big oofs of Giant. Yep. Yep. Alright, this one.
Let's slow this down.
Goodbye. I think it's actually better to bounce that for our buddy. What is up, the Yak Lives? Said, like my favorite streamer to say hi to me. Can you put in a word to Jeff Hoagland for me? Dude, Yak Lives. If in the mornings I'm in there and you're in there, I'll make it happen. I'll pressure him with my clout. Come on, Jeff. I steal a lot of your decks. It's the least you can do. Erase away, my friend. One drop's good. I love you, Despy. My cat is right here, by the way. You love to snack it. Not this one? Yeah, okay. We love an axe here. Anax is always the best draw. Daybreak says, I'm trying to get good at things like MTG and do well in games, but I find myself unable to learn from my mistakes. Is there anything you'd recommend to help alleviate such an awful mentality? I don't know if it's an awful mentality. I mean, it's hard to figure out how to improve. And so what I might suggest is to focus on the micro decisions. And just, like, if there's a big project and you don't know how to start, try to break it into 3 chunks. And if once you broke it into 3 chunks, you can't figure out how to get started, pick one of those chunks and break that into 3 chunks. And once you've broken that down, if it's not clear how to start, pick another one of those and break it into 3 chunks until it's so small that it becomes clear what you have to do. And you can sort of do this in the reverse direction, which could be like, you might be in this spot and say to yourself, should I play the Runaway Steam-Kin? Or should I play the Robber of the Rich? And then make the entire game about that decision. So, you know, let's say I said to myself, I'm going to play the Robber of the Rich. Should I have played that or the Runaway Steam-Kin? I might say, like, okay, well, let's see what happens after this attack phase. Whoops. Okay, if this were a Runaway Steam-Kin, then this would have just been an XX, right? These are the kinds of phrases I would say to myself. Just like, okay, so then that would have meant this, and this would have meant... Okay, I'm starting to see how I might feel about it. Actually, if I play this one first... And you can start just kind of tracking how things should have or could have been. And so on and so forth. You know, or for deck building decisions, I'm like, what if I cut the Rimrock Knights and replace them with blah? I just asked myself that same question again and again and again and again and again and again as I'm playing. I'm like, actually, this would have been a spot where it's good for Rimrock Knight. Oh, this would have been another good spot for Rimrock Knight. Ooh, this is a bad spot for Rimrock Knight. Wow, I've counted 7 spots where Rimrock Knight is good and 3 situations where Rimrock Knight is bad. It seems like this is pretty good. Oh! I think Moke is a dead bloke. We shall now commence the bonkening. See how those blocks go. Okay, so this is going to be able to deal like 1 billion damage. This is going to be able to deal 2. So this is going to be a 4/4 that then has +2, so it's 6/6, and then it's a 7/7 with double strike, so it'll deal 14 damage. Plus this 2 is lethal, so this is the incorrect block, so we got it. I did it. Now, how the hell did Seth sideboard this? What did Seth cut? I think Seth cut these. I think these are the ones that Seth cut, or did Seth cut these ones? I'm pretty sure Seth cut these and got in the Unchained Berserkers. Pretty sure. And then I'm pretty sure this and this and this came in, but then I also don't know what got cut. What got cut? What got cut? I know the ones that are brought in, but I don't know what the ones that are cut are. And this is here. People saying Chandra. Chandra is not the cut. We don't cut Chandra. We put in Chandra. Who do we cut? Who do we cut? One each of Torbran and Embercleave? Really? Is that right? Maybe we did something like this, 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 this. I really want to look this up. I really want to look this up because, I mean, his sideboarding was beautiful. Excellent. I just got a text back from a friend. Does everyone know the Mr. Bubs meme? Everyone know the Mr. Bubs meme? Yeah. I love you, Mr. Bubs. Do you love me too? Oh no. I think he loves me. Yeah, I got you. I got this on camera. Ah. You know this video? Called a friend of mine today to say hello right around lunchtime before my show. And she was in the middle of a meeting with some executives. And her ringtone is the Mr. Bubs meme. Well, you know, fuck. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Did I not play a mountain when I fucking suck? Oh no, executive's the worst part of California, man. Dude, you're telling me. Something's happening, I couldn't care less. This is fucking horrible.
Trust me, you'll thank me later.
Oh! Here I come! Oh shit. Fuck this.
I'll protect you.
You know what? I'm going to move on with my life. I think we died. Kind of miss these cards. I'm gonna cut these. Oh, maybe I actually should keep these in since we're on the bank. I think maybe I just get all of my Bonecrushers out. I mean, they look like they're garbage. I think the Bonecrushers are the right ones to take. I think that's some good bone crushing. Got Rimrock. Rimrock's pretty great. I'm excited to watch you play Who Knows on Fridays is full of try. Yeah, I don't know whether I should play, like, Wolf Chin, or whatever the name of the game is. Maybe I want to try out some Wolf Chin. Cut Rimrock, but I feel like it's better against minion-based decks. Rimrock tends to actually be better against non-minion-based decks. Because you can just get in the 3 damage, and then you have this very threatening 3/1 that is pretty shit against creatures, but is an overall pretty dope card. That's a very good one to bank. Is Oxygen not included? Binge starting in March. I'm just talking about this Friday. I'm just looking for something to do on Friday. Because it's my favorite song, you know. An axe hardened in the F word. Oh my god! I got 2 of them! Oh, yeah! Moke is a choked bloke. You fucking what? It is a good day to cry. Hi. I love you so much. You're such a cute kitten. I am going to scritch you on your head. Yeah, you're the best cat. Hello. Yeah. No, you don't want to be pet. Uh-oh, we're putting too much energy into the cat. Far too much energy into the cat. Hi. Oh, you're so mad at me. Oh, she just wants to be close to me. She doesn't want me to touch her. How do you take energy out of the cat? Typically by playing string or letting her sleep. Let's just get a Lando and just end it here, huh? I don't care how many sweepers you have, bub. This is the bonking of the face. Dude, the Rhythm of the Night slowed down is such a good song. That song is so good. What about Warcraft 3 Reforged on Friday? You know, there's so many good games that exist, and I've played through the Warcraft 3 campaign recently, and Warcraft 3 Reforged actually looks like a poorly constructed product. And I'm not interested in giving my money to a poorly constructed product, you know what I'm saying? I mean, for instance, even something like No Man's Sky, on the day it launched, I didn't find there to be that much content, and I did not return the game, and I was completely content giving a full purchase to that game, because I thought it was incredibly innovative. And I liked the team, and it ran unbelievably smoothly. I'm not saying there weren't problems. I'm just saying that is an example of a not perfect game that I was willing to support due to the fact that I like what they were doing, and I like those developers. Okay, what do we do? Is building the board better, or is crushing this better? I think this is actually better to do like this. I think we might just ignore the Pelt Collector and just play an axe and just keep swinging in. But, so No Man's Sky greater than Warcraft 3 Reforged? Oh, I think that's very obviously true. Very much so. I think Warcraft 3 Reforged is a complete mystery to me. It's just... I'm just surprised. I mean, I'm not really personally offended or personally bothered by it, because Warcraft 3 is not necessarily something that feels close to my identity. But I will say it's yet again another one of those really, 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 really surprising moves from Blizzard, a company which had like everything going for it. No, I don't want to get Collision Colossus. Did I listen to the Tasteless podcast about it? You know, I didn't, because, like, I just talked to Nick. I get a personal podcast with my brother whenever I really want. Yeah, I don't listen to my brother's podcast. When he doesn't have a guest on, man, I just go, hey, Nick, that thing was pretty bad, huh? And he's like, pretty bad. Alright, how do I want to do it here, huh? Oh, we upside down? Yeah, I can do that. There you go. Tummy rubs. 10 scritchies. Hello. Yeah, let's see how he blocks and see if we can kill this guy. It's gonna be pretty fun. Yeah. Right, we got him. Isn't that nice? You are not the beatdown. Oh my god, Thraltker72 says, I have a raid in WoW, but I wanted to make sure I told you I thought you were great this past weekend at the MTG Worlds. Thanks, Thraltker, I'm really proud. I have pride. Pride overfloweth. Do I board these things in? Hey, tummy time? There you go. Yeah, we get the tummy rubs. Yeah, you wanna... What is it? What's going on? Do you not want tummy time? Meow. Oh, we have an almost finished cup of coffee. Hey guys, what do you think I should board in? Should I put in the Redcap Melees, you think? I think maybe two. Two's a good. Do you think I should board in any? Is Redcap good enough here? I think it actually is. But I'm not going to get in all three. Vwem with the 5 giftos. Hey, look at this. Look at this coffee cup. I'm going to put it in the box. What do you think of that? Pretty cool, huh? Here's my right hand. Take a little smell. What do we think? Okay. I know. I know that no is a 2-letter word. You're upside down, but I feel like what you're telling me is that you don't want tummy rubs. Groove Mansory says, if you had your own equivalent to one of Johnny's Pride Mate, being so prideful, what would the Day 9 Pride Mate do? Now, the Day 9 Pride Mate would be one of the shittiest cards in the history of Magic, man. The Day 9's Pride Mate would be like, pay 5, reshuffle this card into your library, and everyone's like, why? That's what the Day 9 Pride Mate would do. I wish to clear the board. Day 9 Primate would be a terrible card, dude. Like, just garbage. It would be like a 2/2 for 2 mana that's like, whenever this creature is targeted, sacrifice it. I was like, oh, that card's terrible. Oh, yeah, man, I just never run a Day 9's Primate. Now, we already suspect that Bant Wolf Run has a Collision Colossus, so we expect... Oh, fantastic. This is not going to be an issue at all. I actually think this was a very good decision. Is this empty? This is full though. Great. I think we did it. I think we got it. You'll love to see it. For a billion? This deck is great, man. This deck is, like, legitimately great. Shoot, Play this right now in case something dies. We can turn it in to goodness. Both of them's got to be blocked. Just do this now. Give a damn. Who you want me to kill? Because now it has to be double block, double sack. You know? Looks close, but I don't think it is. There we go. Fibblethip. Fibblethip up in this. Dude, have we lost like a series yet? I feel like an absolute Manfield right now. Her daddy says, well, that's because we are indeed the best player here. Makes sense to me. Checks out. I really should have brought my Herman Miller in. This is the cat's chair. The cats love this chair, man. Sheriff likes to like hang out on top of here. Despy likes to sleep in the chair. But I move my work chair over to a workspace out in the living room area. Do I buff this guy? I think we say no and we just... that seems really close. Like, I am not 100% sure. But this is probably correct due to the need for us to curve out with land. Holy shit. Very scorchy day. Scorchy day. Oh, dude, I will so 1,000,000% be streaming Ori and Duskblind Forest. Like, so 1,000,000,000,000,000%. Bing, bang, bomb. Go my Scorch Spitters. Do you want to block a snowman? I meant to shoot this and cast this. Well, fuck, whatever. Could have had our opponent down to 4. It doesn't really matter. If we hit a land, we just auto-win. Ori and the Will-o'-the-Wisp. What happened to Factorio? I don't know. What happened to it? What do you mean? It's a game. It exists. It's doing great. You can buy it on Steam. I hate to say, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Snuggly Sadist, but they shut the game down. Ugh. I forgot that I purchased a sandwich for myself. I am, like, real hungry. You got it. Alright, so we just need a Lando. Got it. This is so good. It's just a bagel with cream cheese and salmon and a tomato. It's great. This hand is a godlike hand too. Woo! Even more. Bonecrusher. Oh my god, it's all so good. I love bagel with cream cheese and salmon. A lox and bagel. It's just one of my favorite foods ever. I had it like every morning at work. One of the problems with this chair is that the cat likes to dig their claws through the back of it and oftentimes pokes me. Hence you saw my muted scream. Feel that too? Looks good. I mean, I think we're dead. I think we didn't get it. Man, that was a good bagel. You love to see it. You love to see it. Did I make the shot? Yeah. Sure did. Dude, I'm really good at making baskets with trash. Make no mistake about it. I'm the sickest. Ow, that sucks. Oh my god, this is the wrong order. Do I care? I do not, sir. Don't even give a damn. That's a lot of bone crushing. Well, this sucks. It's gonna be. Got him. Alright, so what do I need? Maybe just like Experimental Frenzy? There we go. Look at this big guy. In it to win it. I'm really not that sure about my sideboarding in this. I think maybe I just don't put in the Redcap Melees. I mean, there's a lot of red creatures, but I think maybe I just need to be beating down instead of trying to clear the board, because things go way better for me when I'm just constantly building the board. I think I claim. I argue. Kaboing. No blocks. Yeah, I think that's that. I'm just gonna go ahead and get out of here. I think I'm doing something wrong with my sideboarding. I think the lava coils are fine, but I think I need to just keep creatures in. I think so. I think so, I think so, I think so. Jeskai time? No, we've only been playing this deck for a little bit. No, we've actually only been playing for a tiny amount of time. Although we have like won a shitload. Yeah, I mean I think the mistake is I should only put in that much removal if I want to actually behave a little bit more like a control deck. I think I actually need to have more creatures, just straight up. But this is one of the things that I actually find to be hardest about Seth Manfield's list. Like, the game ones have just felt incredible. Thundernox says green-red feels a lot better than mono-red in this meta. I mean, I actually feel the exact opposite, man. Mono-red feels absolutely insane. It's, like, so insanely good. Like, I'm sideboarding pretty weakly, and we've only lost a single best of 3. And we are, like, absolutely crunching in these games.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Chandra would be pretty weak. Against Gruul. I think it's just the lava coils and then move on with life. The infamous crow, the most famous crow of all time. I can't believe he's done this. Who's it gonna be? Probably an Anax.
Oh, I've done
What's even happening? I think I have to kill this no matter what. I think this is still the best line. I think this is okay. And then to the face. Because the Teferi +1 into Wrath is quite painful. That's not great, but it also doesn't really matter. So I make it all small so that I can make it all big again. And get all my stuff out. Seems pretty good. Strikes me as a pretty good play. Strikes me as a pretty good play. Seems alright. See if we can destroy this bird of the day. Do as you please. So there needs to be a glass casket here, otherwise the infamous crew is dead. Alright. We did it. I did it. I did it. Clean and murderful. My opponent just got out, man. Man, these decks are freaking strong. Yeah, what should I play on Friday? Should it really be Wilson? Maybe I'll check out Wilson. Thought him as lethal for a sec. Not that time. I found it. I shot him in the face. Your Wolchen's not really balanced right now. I mean, I don't think there's such a thing as an unbalanced single-player game. I just do not think there is such a thing as an unbalanced single-player game. Because it's single-player! Like, what are you balancing it for? You know, like, what are you gonna do? This run out is incredible. You love to see it. You love to see the Temple of Epiphany put a land on the top and we immediately dunk it into exile. Let's go ahead and do this one pre-combat. Because one of two things will happen. There'll either be an instant speed response sending back the Robber of the Rich, or it resolves, and then we are in good shape, regardless of what happens. Oh, look, we got the Scorching Dragonfire! Isn't this wonderful? Yeah. I'm gonna buff the small one. This could get bounced, which is fine. I just want always DTF to send back the cheapo guy. Then I can just play an axe. You got it, dude. I can actually expansion this. I wish not to. And then in this vein, we will be able to get the 4 Satyrs, if there's a Storm's Wrath. Oh! But monsters, I think the word balancing in multiplayer to single player means different things, right? Oh, it absolutely does. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the idea is if you have, like, 3 different classes and one of them is so terrible there's just no reason to run it. Or one of them is so good that if you play it, it's trivial. Slow pokes. Gone with you. Yeah. But, even within that, there does come a point where the balance is, like, irrelevant and it's just if it's awesome. Like, Mass Effect, I remember, the original Mass Effect, there were some heroes, or not heroes, classes that were just better than other classes. But, like, didn't really matter because the game was, like, fucking sweet. I'm hanging on to this one. What deck we'd run in? Quilly D, it's mono red. Ugh. Hello. I'd love to get it right on back. Boop, boop. Oh, it does them in that order. I had no idea. What do you know? Learn something new every day. Here I come. We're going in. Look how well this is working out. Damn. Oh. All right, you want to play Lando? There you go. Absolutely. Ah, Anax, hardened in the forge. Bam. Space. Playing at Andrea Mengucci speed. Vicious Fox, is anyone else in chat giving Runeterra a chance? I've been giving it one, but I feel like its time is coming to an end. I mean, I'm not shy about my opinions on that game. Yeah, I mean, not a fan. That should be 5 in the bin now, yeah. What is happening? Okay. Yeah, it's a bit of a pickle now. It is a bit of a pickle. I mean... Here he comes. Here comes an axe guy. He's a demon on wheels. Why do you tap the red? I think that our opponent intended to tap the red-green land for green and just misclick. That's what I think happened. And I think that because I've done that. Who would have ever thought? This deck can just go the distance, man. Some little trickery stuff, but until like a big bad play comes down for DTF, man, this is not looking good. This deck has like a whole lot of like cutesy figure out how to do stuff cards, but get him, boys. It's possible he should have just not attacked with an axe. Oh. I think that's now 5 again in the bin. So if there's a 6th one, Anax, or not Anax, Uro, come back. I don't know what's going on here, but it doesn't look good. Really need to keep the Anax. Hoping for a key land. Doesn't get it. That said, always ETF is at 22 health. That's not the best for us. Probably swing with this. And we go. Bum 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 dum dum dum. I kind of feel like we're gonna get some big old Uro. Well, this is double red, double blue. This is Sturm's Wrath. Okay, so we're pretty fucked. I'm gonna go ahead and concede. Probability of winning is low. I think I'm still down with our sideboard plan. I think I'm still into it. Our opponent has a lot of ways to clear. We need stuff that can get around that and just deal the pain. This looks good. Bum, 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 bum. Man, that tiredness from like doing 4 days in a row and then getting on a plane and coming home, man, I am feeling it. I am feeling the tireds. I could have done it with an Rimrock and Embercleave alone. Yeah, maybe it's really a confidence thing. Maybe I just need to be a little bit more confident with Burger like you, dude. So powerful. Take a day off, you deserve it. You know, I'll chill a bit this weekend. I'm tired, but, you know, I'll keep on jamming. Gotta be really careful taking vacations in this industry. Let's attack first and see what happens. Fine by me. My head hurts. Woo! My God. My God, my God, my God. Woo! Oh my God, that is so loud. I have no idea what made it go off. Probably someone smoking. Woo! Oh my God, was that loud. Then I had to check on little baby girls. Make sure they were doing good. Do the cats react to the fire alarm? It absolutely freaks them out. Dispy. Oh, I think I trapped my cat in the closet. Let me open that door again. Hi, Dispy. You stay back there a little bit. Yeah. Ah, okay. We're against Murph Dog. I'm gonna give this a shot first. Ooh, Thassa's intervention is a good one. Oh my God, my head hurts now. Whew. Alright, this appears to be the Simic ramp variety. I'm gonna take these earphones out. I don't want any sound in my head right now, man. Cloud Computing says, does your viewership fall drastically if you take an unannounced day off? Do you mean in the long term? Or do you mean, like, obviously my viewership will drop to 0 that day. So it depends on when you say fall relative to what. Oh, another Brazen Borrower's pretty good. Oh, this is such great advice from Lyadar. Says, I learned something interesting during the fire alarm test. Check where your cat's dogs hide, so if it actually happens, you know where they hide during the situation. 100,000,000%, that's exactly what you should do now. Like, that cannot be stressed enough. So we're going to swing out here, by the way. This makes Thassa's intervention castable. We're going to put it on this, because this can't get returned back to the hand. Yeah. Oh, alright. Death to Murph Dog. And I think that, yeah, we just get the Steam-Kins out. We Chandra, Tibalt, and Experimental Frenzy, and that's it. Yeah, my Sheriff goes under the sofa, Despy goes into the back closet on top of the suitcases. Oh, poor little kittens. Cloud Computers is in the long term. You mentioned that stream one has to be careful with taking days off. Yeah, and again, it depends on how you're measuring viewership, because, like, if you're talking about will my average viewership drop, yeah, average viewership will go down. If you are... But it will not look as dramatic. Like, for instance, if I'm hitting, like, let's just make up some numbers. So I'm hitting, like, 100 viewers a broadcast, and then I take a day off, probably might drop to 95 or something. You know, it's not like some bone-crushing, horrible, we're upside down, we gotta refinance everything. You know, one of those sorts of things. The bigger issue comes with the idea of the additive problem of how subs work. That's really the big nut kicker. Let's see what our opponent does here. Probably going to Brazen Borrow the Robber of the Rich. But Mon says, Organ software, 5% regression sounds terrible. Typically there's like your asymptote, and then you'll dip down and then kind of like return back to that. Let's see here. This is probably okay to do. Alright, we're probably fucked. God, my head still hurts a lot, man. That is loud as fuck. Let's just see what happens, you know? This is gonna be a lot of damage. Okay. 3, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage. Feels good. Yeah, the bigger thing comes with like how you might measure your monthly income in terms of viewership. So like for instance, if I upload, again, we'll make the math simple, let's just say 100 hours of video per week, and if I take a day off, then that's now 94 hours. So you in a very literal sense just must accept 94% revenue for that month. But yes, subs are the biggest nut kicker because people resub when you're live and then they don't when you're not live due to very functional reasons. People resub when they tune in, and after a little bit of time passes, they're like, oh yeah, let me resub. Like, almost no one resubscribes when I'm offline. That, like, just does not happen unless someone is... Or, excuse me, no one Twitch Prime subs when they're offline. That's a great one to get. And so, even when I do things like, you know, take a few days off to go work in Hawaii at Magic the Gathering Worlds, which was 4 solid days of work, a day of travel there, a day of travel back. I lose a shitload of subscribers as a result. And that's the way it is. So... Horvath says, I may be wrong, but if you solely go in for viewers, then you should go for popular games and not the games you personally enjoy. If I may be generalizing, yeah, no, that's just literally false. That's just a false statement. There are all sorts of people who have all sorts of different viewership structures. Let's see here. Yeah, there's all sorts of people that have all sorts of audiences. Nice. It is true that there are viewership bases that should be considered based upon playership bases of games. You know, like, if I am trying to build viewership by playing... NetHack. The original ASCII NetHack. There's not as large a built-in audience as there is for something like League of Legends.
From the smallest ant to the largest
Lego
ant,
leg end.
nature is... We're gonna tear you apart.
Okay? Yeah, that was pretty scary. Yeah, good cat.
just getting a Shadow Spear is pretty bad for us. And the basic statement is that's just one factor to consider, which is the popularity of games. There are lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of other variables to consider. And as a very, very simple example, I think I just go double robber here. As like a very, very, very simple example, if I just went like, hey dude, I'm just gonna stream whatever the most popular games are, well guess what? The most popular games also tend to have the most people streaming them. There's tons of people that have gone from like, you know, League to Fortnite and like have just not gotten like any notable viewership. and they're just like, okay, well that sucks. And I think that there's sort of the optical illusion where you can look at some people at the top and be like, oh, those people played that big tip-top game, therefore, that was the reason that they got it, or whatever.
This'll be fun to watch.
When there's tons of people that see something as a result of that. What the hell do we do in this circumstance? I think this is it. I think I just full stop send it in. Get some water here. It sucks. It is okay. I think we have to say goodbye to our good friend Torbran. I think maybe I should even consider switching the Bonecrusher for something. Yeah, there's just a lot going on when it comes to trying to figure out how to make a good stream and set things up for your viewership. I mean, a lot of what it comes down to is that you have to have an actual good stream, man. You have to have an actual good stream, dude. You have to be good at streaming. And then someone goes, well, what do you mean by that? And I'm going to be like, let's stop for a moment. You have to have a good stream. It has to be good. That's the problem. The problem is making your content good. That's the problem. That is the problem, man. And you might hear me say this and go, the hell are you talking about? What I mean is, let's stop thinking about stream for a moment. Let's just think about, what if I told you needed to write a good paragraph? Just a really well-written, nicely edited, nicely constructed paragraph, right? Oh my god, fuck. Alright, that's it. That's all I'm asking you to do is make a good paragraph. Most people don't actually have any metric for evaluation to help them be able to say, here's what makes it good, here's what makes it bad. And if they write it, they might intuitively understand that it's bad, but they wouldn't figure out the steps to be able to transform it from a bad to a mediocre to a good to a great to an excellent paragraph. And this is what I feel is the biggest thing missing, is people's just struggle to self-evaluate. And I mean, I'm actually sort of fascinated by this when it comes to skill-based activities. Whether it be a creative activity or something like... excuse me. Yeah, whether it be a skill-based activity like playing a game, or maybe it is a... That guy's getting pretty big. I think I gotta shoot this guy down. Whether it be a skill-based activity, whether it be a creative thing like making a good piece of art, making a good paragraph, doing a good stream, something like this. Most people just have absolutely no idea what is even going on to cause it to be any one way or the other. No blocks. Trying to go big on this turn. Well, this sucks. No. Hi. Yeah, come on up. Come on up, little shit. Hi. Oh my god, that dude is a fucking enchantment creature. No. Here, bear. Sweetheart. Yeah, let's go ahead and no block. Yep, my little cat, after a traumatic time with the fire alarm going off. And I think that, like, there's a number of things when it comes to streaming that, what a good cat. What a good cat. That many people, are unwilling to confront. Like, you know what? Being a good speaker will really help your stream. Being a good speaker will really help your stream. And you might go, yeah, okay, cool, yeah, I can work on being a good streamer. Being funny really helps your stream. Really helps your stream. And most people are like, well, I'm pretty funny. No, you're fucking not. You know what I mean? Like, you need to sit alone and monologue for like 2 hours and genuinely create some laughter without a game. You gotta do that. And most people just want to just go, oh yeah, I'm funny. I'm not a stand-up comedian. I'm funny. You know, there's people who are 0 out of 10 funny, who make no attempts at being funny. There's people who are like 1 out of 10 funny. They're not hilarious, but they have made a joke before. You get people who are very average, who infrequently poop out a joke. Yeah, I just don't want this dude to get to 4 mana. I mean, almost all streamers that I watch are not funny at all. They're capable of causing funny things to happen, because most people have done that before. But they're not funny. Alright. Friend of Aries says there's a huge difference between party funny and performance funny. Yes, 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 yes. Like, remember this card? Like, a lot of times people will be with their friend groups and people will be riffing and bouncing off each other and, like, building and making more and more funny comments, grow and this and that. And they'll be like, I said something and people laughed afterwards. Great. But, like, there's context. There's things happening that are causing everyone else to react to. Like, you don't have any of that when you're alone. You just have to sit there and just... Is that it? Did I do it? Is there a 2 mana thing I'm missing? Did our opponent just make a mistake? I don't know. It's all good. Experimental Frenzy still slaps. Holy shit! I am fucked. There are things like, how do you be an interesting person? Most people don't even ask them. It's not even a consideration. How do I be interesting? I never hear anyone make that judgment. You hear people say, oh, that guy's really funny, or oh, that guy's really not funny. I mean, you way more rarely hear like, oh yeah, you know, he's interesting. You hear it some, but you don't hear it as much people talk about funny. And like, you know, there's all these qualities about streaming, like, am I interesting? Am I funny? Am I a good speaker? Plus, how do I use that to make the content good? Is the content good? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Alright, well, it looks like a little bit of a mistake he was making. Holy shit. I have potential, but this hand, like, this sucks. Balrog says, also humor is very relative. What I think is funny might seem completely non-triggering to someone else's humor system. Kinda. You can absolutely become objectively more funny than someone else. Because what we might describe it as is if you say one joke to 10,000 people, 100 people could find that funny. You can have another joke that if you say it to the same 10,000 people, 500 of them will think that it's funny. Haha, you've succeeded in becoming more funny. There are ways of, like, improving that people, like, don't want to admit to themselves because it feels very painful to say, I suck at being a person. Yeah, give me some more creatures. I might be dead here. Because I just keep on getting a lot of land. I've gone through 31 cards in my deck, and I have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 land. 12 out of 30 is pretty par for the course. Yeah, fuck. I don't know about our sideboard plan here, but whatever. We'll switch to Jeskai Fires and own some people. Boo. I said I wouldn't equate these things to being a person. I'd equate them to being an entertainer. Not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is you can work on the gameplay as one component, or you can work on the person, like yourself, as a component to that, which people don't want to do. I'm not trying to debate the difference between what makes an entertainer versus a person. I'm talking about just like the literal pieces that we have at play. Oh, here's another one. If you make yourself look good before you go on stream, it objectively, measurably increases your viewership number, which is something that, I mean, I could definitely work on that. I'm not looking amazing right now. But also things like when I lost weight, there was measurable differences in terms of response, both in terms of viewership and then also in terms of things like how people treated me in real life and whatnot.